Hello, hello. So in this video today, I'm going to show you how to ungroup your PNG files. What I mean by that is this set of lips was actually an image of a woman. I just wanted her lips, so what I did was I ungrouped the whole image and I just removed her lips. When I moved the lips out of the way, I regrouped her with her eyes and her nose and her hair, and I moved her aside. Then all I did was resize the lips according to the size of my mask, and I printed it on that inkjet paper that you use to iron on fabric. Now, the videos for these to make the masks and how to do these are all below in the description. So if you missed the video yesterday, that one is below along with the description on how to use the Creative Fabrica website. What that is it's a membership that I have that costs $12 every 90 days, and you get 25,000 different images, words, sayings, and there's also different memberships. So say you embroider or you do some type of crocheting and you need different patterns, everything is on this website and you can purchase different memberships. But I purchased the one that is the craft bundle, and you get, I don't know, probably 50 different categories, 25,000 different images. So if some of you are looking to make some money at home, you can easily start to print these off. If you don't have a Cameo Silhouette, go to inkscape.com, and you can even find tutorials on YouTube how to print and resize, and then all you need is a printer. I posted all the links below. I purchased my printer from Amazon. I purchased my heat press from Amazon. I even got my Cameo Silhouette from Amazon. So a lot of people don't have Prime, but if you have Snap or you have SSI, you can get it for $5.99 a month, and you can cancel at any time. So when you have Prime, you don't pay any additional for shipping. So a good example is they have a set of 12 unisex t-shirts. I posted that link below because if you're going to sell these are made out of t-shirts. You're going to need new t-shirts. So there's 6 t-shirts for $13 shipped with Prime, and that is not a bad price. I'm also going to be doing some videos that's going to show you how not to waste these t-shirts, no part of it, and you can even sell every part of the t-shirt for a different price. I'll do another video that will show you how to change the color of your lips. So of course, this one was in red, but say for instance, I want it in purple or I want it in pink. I can change my lip color right in my silhouette. So I just wanted to do some videos to help all of you out that will make it easy for you if you have a Cameo Silhouette and you don't know how to do these things. It's really, really simple. So let's get right to it. Here's the video.
I am in the back area of my Cameo Silhouette, and some of you may either have an older version or a newer version, but for the most part you'll be able to figure out what I'm doing. So the first thing that I want to mention is if you're going to use the inkjet printable fabric paper, then you want to make sure that the area that you're going to be printing on is the right size. The paper is 8.5 by 11, so you just come up here where the arrows are and you click on that, and that's the work area that we're working on. And right now I have it at 8 by 16, so if I was to change this to 11, this is the area that I have to work on so that I don't go over the mat, because if I was using vinyl, then of course it would normally be 12 by 12. That's what I usually work with. So what we want to do is we want to take her, and as you see, we have this box area, and it doesn't give us an accurate area that she is, because it says that it's 6.293 and we don't know her actual size. That's the size of the box area. So what we're going to do is we are going to go up to trace, and we are going to select this by left clicking and going over the image, and then this high pass filter is checked, and we're going to slide this over. This is the way I do it. I'm sure there's different ways to do it. And then I'm just going to trace and detach. And then if you click on the image, you're going to be able to remove that box. Once you have that box removed, you're going to delete that. And now you have her. So this gives you the accurate size of your image. Now, as I explained in the video when it started, is this was the woman's face, and all I wanted was the lips out of this. So what I did was, I'm going to come back over, I'm going to trace her again, and on the high pass filter this time, I'm going to uncheck the box, and I'm going to do trace and detach again. I'm going to left click to bring me just the image again, and I'm going to move her lips, okay? So she is detached. This is just an a traced outline, we don't necessarily need it. We can actually go right back to where we were, and it's going to put her all back together, and we're just going to click on those lips. So in case you make a mistake and you just do that, all you have to do is click this arrow to bring you back. And if we were to move things around, you'll see here's her eyebrows, here's her nose. We can detach certain things, but we don't want to do any of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do undo again, and it's going to put everything back to where we need it, and all we want are these lips. So we're going to move these lips to the side, and what we're going to do is we are going to left click, trace her again. We're going to go to object, and we're going to group it together. So now we can move her as one piece rather than a bunch of little pieces. So here we have our lips, and what you do is you measure your bag or your t-shirt or your face mask, whatever you're doing, and now you enlarge it to the size that you wanted, just like I showed you on my face mask. And I believe it was like 6.5, so about 6.5 by 3. You can make them as big as you want. You can make them as small as you want. So this is the first one, which I wanted to show you how to do the lips. Then we're going to go to this one. And yes, when you go to File and you go to Library and you pull it up from your library, they're about this size. So what you want to do is you want to enlarge it. And we're going to do the exact same thing. So of course we don't want to print all these mouths. We want just this one, for instance. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to come up here to trace. And we are going to do the same thing with our box here. Let's make it the right size. So we're going to do 8 by 11. And we're going to... I want to take this out of here for a second. So anytime you need to undo something, you just hit that back arrow and it brings you back to where we were. So let's do the right thing first and come up to the front and make it 8.5 by 11 so we have the proper size work area. We're going to take our image, we're going to enlarge it. And I only do that because it's easier to see what I'm doing. And we're going to go back up to trace. We are going to go over the images, and what I do again is just go to this high pass filter, go all the way, trace and detach, and there's my mouth. So if I wanted to, I could take this whole yellow part and I can delete it, and then here are all the different pieces. So now you can take out what you want, and in this case, you might as well just take what you need. So say you don't want all these different mouths, you only want a few, okay? So this is like a smile with a little line, and this is a different smile with a nose, and we have this one. So we can remove everything we want, and this yellow part here, we're going to right click and delete it, because we don't need it anymore. We detached everything. So now we have all of these, and we would have to move them all individually. So rather than do that, we're going to left click and trace them all, go to object, group it all together, and now we can move the whole thing together. So now all you have to do is take that mouth and make it whatever size you want. So some of those masks, I believe it was like, you can make it wider so that when you open the mask, the mouth is that big. So 3 by 2.5. And then again, here's another one. And again, all you have to do is trace these and get that outer background and then just move what you want, okay? So that is the other one I wanted to show you. Here are a set of lips. And again, the point of this is, for instance, here we have, again, this whole outline. We don't know the accurate size of our lips, so we want to remove that. And every, image or vector or whatever you want to call it is going to be different. So like this is vinyl. This you would use on printable vinyl, or you would use it on the inkjet printer. And what we're going to do is, again, we're going to go to trace, select the area. And again, you might have a different, you can uncheck this high pass filter, but you notice when you do that, these teeth are still in the way. So I don't like to test it. I know that this way works with the high pass filter, and just by going and making it as yellow as I can. And then I just trace it, and you'll notice when you click on the box, So you got to click outside the box to get your box removed, and then you delete it, and there you have it. Now here's your opportunity to get the right size. So here again, it is going to be, if we move it up and down, we're at 588, and it's 6.63. So if you're trying to get like even numbers, I try to get it as close as I can. So that would be 6 by, if I bring this in a little bit more, 6 by 4. Okay, so that's how you would resize those. And then here, we have the same thing. This can be a printable vinyl, or you can print them on the inkjet paper, which I did. And we go to trace, and we go over it. Here's the high pass filter. Slide this over, trace and detach it. Click on the outside box. We're going to remove that box. We can remove this one. And the only thing with this one now is they're going to be two separate lips. Okay, so what you have to do in order to get these back together and to get them exact, because I moved them around for you, you just go back here, and it's going to keep taking you to where it's originally supposed to be. So here's the original one, and you're going to left click, trace over it, and then you're going to go to Object and Group, and that's going to bring the image back together. So the same thing, then you click on the box. So it's a left click, and then you just size it up. So if you want it to be 4 by 3. Okay, so we got it pretty close, and then you would do this one, okay? So now we're all done with that one, and the last one I want to share with you that is really important is this one here. Okay, so it's the same thing with this one. It has that background. We don't know the actual size of this, and that is, we're going to open this up wide. We are going to remove it. So we're going to go back to our high pass filter. We are going to detach and trace. Click on the outside, remove that box, and then we have this one here. Now the thing to remember with this one, you can make it bigger, smaller. So these are good for t-shirts. These are good for anything you want to make, and you can put them on bags, masks, whatever. The link for all of these images are in the description box below. And with this one here, you have to remember, now if you're going to be doing like a mug or something, you wouldn't have to reverse this. But for instance, if you're making a mask and you need to iron this on, this is very important, and that's why I included it. Because this word chick is on here, we have to go up to this little butterfly up here, and we have to mirror this right. We got to move this one out of the way so that when we flip our inkjet paper or our heat plus vinyl, this is going to be the right way, and it's going to look reversed this way. So that's the only reason that I included it in this video, so that you know that this can be flipped the right way. Because I made the mistake of printing it this way even on that inkjet fabric paper, and it came out reversed when it should have came out this way. So you have to remember to flip it, and you just go to, you left click on it, and then you mirror it right. And there you have it, that it matches. Now, if you're going to be doing it on a mug and you're going to be using regular vinyl, then of course you would leave it just like this. But these two are this way. So I hope this tutorial was helpful. Again, all the videos to make the mask, to make your little elastic ties, and to do the video that we did yesterday with the actual website for Creative Fabrica. Everything is in the description box below, and all the different links for Amazon where I purchase my items, those are all below as well. Yes, I do make very little on things that are purchased, so I do like to mention that as well, that I am an affiliate, and I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to hide that. But I wanted to help all of you, and I hope that this is helpful so that you all can get to making your fun items and maybe make a little extra money. So I will see you on the next one. Bye now.